Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're to join me today here talking to Kalia Sakaresh, who is expressing her opinion regarding the crimes of the Lightborn. Last episode well actually a couple of episodes ago, we got her and her friend to know now that the Lightborn are dead, and now I was talking to her last episode, telling her that it's good that the Lightborn are dead, but I actually have other opinions. My character couldn't voice them regarding actually what it means that the Lightborn are dead, because the problem are the institution, the order, that you know, did the whole thing. Lightborn are basically, as far as I can tell, they're basically powerless without the order. Maybe they're not. I'm not really sure. I would probably have to play Nerim for Oblivion. To know all that sort of stuff. So yeah, she said, "Hey, so if you're a king and somebody's attacking you, will you fight them on the open field to try and save your farmers? Or will you retreat behind the wall to try and save your, you know, the people in the city and your army? Not the farmers, though, because they're gonna die." Well, yeah, and I was explaining that it's not the same thing that the Lightborn did, but I'm sure she's gonna explain to me why that's the same thing, because that was my focus there. It was that it's not the same thing, but if she actually points it out that it is, then I can be convinced. I can be convinced about that. If the Lightborn were trying their best, then I can be convinced. But if she doesn't point it out, then I stand by my stance. So I'll draw back to the city. The way she puts it, it's like it's suicide to lose your army, and yeah, basically just you wouldn't do that. You'd doom your whole place. If fighting on the open battle would be less risky, then it was basically a matter of risk, really. The farmers, well, they will die, but yeah, it's, you know, it's better that they die than everyone else dies. That's not gonna be our point, though. Because if it is, it's still the same thing. It's not about sacrifice. It's about a moral question here. Because if you don't need to sacrifice anybody, and also it's not the blood on my hands. But anyway, let's continue, because I'm sure I'll rant after that. Rant. I'm not complaining. I'm just, you know, drawing on all the things. So let's go back to this. Oh, let's see. Better to have a big chance to save the entire realm than a small one to save a handful of farmers. That's not actually what she said. It's a small chance to save the entire realm, rather than a big chance of saving part of it. But still, yeah, whatever.
That's one way to see it, yes. But what if your foray would have succeeded? What if you could have prevented the massacre in the farmlands? What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter what you do. There will be people who will despise you for your decision. If your attempt to rescue the farmers
I don't despise Lightborn.
You will be accused of having acted blindly and idealistically.
No, I don't despise Lightborn.
And if you just stay in the city, they will say you didn't even try. Of course, there's a small chance the foray might work, but should decisions like that really be made as if they were a game of dice? As I said, I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crimes, but I'd wager my left hand that they had a lot of similar decisions to make.
Oh, you put too much trust in them. Oh, you put so much trust in them. You shouldn't put that trust on the ones that are following them, let alone on them that actually have the power. And besides, I don't despise the Lightborn. I'm actually thinking of becoming one at the end of this game if that happens. Can I? Will you? Because I would like that. Well, considering the character that I built, I think it wouldn't be too bad. It's not about this. It's about the crimes they committed. It's about the terrible things that they have done to people. And I suppose they also done nice things, but you know, it's we're not talking about that now. She kind of is also not talking about that, so that's fair on her. Interesting thought, my character is gonna say. Speaking of Dunwar, the guy that's right behind me, and apparently is dead. And that, I mean, you'll look at him and you'll see why he's dead. What was that thing at the ritual place all about? He called you a witch? Well, I didn't even notice that, to be honest. I thought we were all spellcasters. I thought we were all witches. No?
I knew the question would come eventually.
Well,
I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so...
You're not one?
Why not from me first?
Are you one? What? Another time, perhaps. I think she's gonna go for it now.
All right, then.
Oh, she dislikes all the things about me. Well, it's fine. Just now a companion quest failed, because you waited too long. While this will have no effect on the main story of the game, you won't be able to experience the storyline of this companion anymore. Really? That sucks. How did it fail? I can't load from here. I will load. So I will...
You should.
Yeah.
It's already late, but good.
Yeah, whatever.
Then get your gear from the...
That's the stuff right there. Let's get through that again. Because I can skip the dialogue. Oh, maybe Dunwar is going to be happy. Or better, or something. I'm not really sure. Let's actually go into first person. I didn't do that because I didn't know what was going to happen. So, he's better. He's feeling better. Hi.
Thank Malphus. I was...
Yes.
How are you?
I'm very
You look
well.
exhausted.
Thanks for
And
asking.
you have... But it's good to... I woke up
So,
but I
let's
suppose
go.
mutual...
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Speaking of whom, this is...
You can catch up and read that. Let's see. The best thing...
I never had, but then
Let's
again...
see what
at
happens
least now I
here.
can
You
understand
can catch
why
up and pause
Grandmaster
if you
was
want
willing
to.
break
Or
all the
you can
traditions of
go
the
back
order
and
just
watch
to
the
get
previous
you
episode.
exalted to be a keeper.
Let's
According to him...
go with that.
Yes, I believe that. Well, as I
Okay.
said, we both have to take the holy oath.
Let's go with
Right.
that.
Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and
Let's ski.
he was...
Yeah, she doesn't like that.
The reality is...
It's
but
the
I
first
guess
thing she
Master
doesn't
Baltar's
like.
revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie. Well, maybe...
That's
but
what
yes.
it is. Come to...
Claiming that
Oh,
the
okay.
Grandmaster said nearly the same thing. That's true. Imagine you're the king. The invasion
Okay,
catch...
so
will
that's
you
the
use
the question
or
posed
do
last
you
episode.
send them into the field? That's one...
And then I
What
go
I'm
back to
trying-
that.
If your attempt... Of course, as I said, I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crime.
And that's the one. Okay,
I
good.
suppose the
Thank
answer
you.
depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first?
I just didn't want to be a jerk and be like, oh, I wouldn't have asked if I were interested. Shoot. That's the reason. I mean, she feels uncomfortable talking about it. I'm okay. And besides, I really thought that was just gonna, not fail a quest. But in particular, I thought that was gonna do what happened. I think what happened with Jespar, where he just, I'll tell it anyway. When I, said, I don't really, it's fine if you don't say. But anyway, let's go with that.
As you wish.
No, it's not. It's the game that wishes.
Where should I start?
Beginning.
Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents.
Well, that's normal. That's really normal. How... It's like... Well, how old are you? 16? Even at 16, you probably don't remember a lot, but you don't remember. How come?
I wish I knew.
It's age. It's normal.
What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it.
You probably were
I
hungry.
eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me.
A festival. What?
The entire village.
Oh.
It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children. And the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh.
Fresh destruction.
Whatever it was,
It's the best
I
kind.
didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday.
Yeah, she's probably like me. Are we gonna become Lightborn together? Because, like, basically at the beginning of the game, we get this... well, not exactly the same thing, but the fact that there were fire and just terrible things happened. I just never really figured if that was a memory, a prologue, and a different person altogether. Just because I just don't know. Thanks for trusting me with this. It must be hard to talk about, and that's why I just didn't want.
It's okay. Anyway, it turned out that the riders were men from the village who had gone hunting.
No.
They must have observed the whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep.
Like Dawn War back there.
It seems that made the riders think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, but that's the point, isn't it? That we are all mages. Is that the point? Didn't we hear a story like that? That people who have spells... Like, didn't we talk to somebody like that? I remember. Wasn't it that lady that we found... what was her name? Panari? No, it wasn't Panari. I don't remember her name. The Lara Croft-looking girl in the tomb in the ruins. Yeah. I thought she was also like that. Or maybe she wasn't magic. I don't remember, but there was somebody that was just sort of started exhibiting magical talents from a young age, and then the order came and took them away. Or am I mistaken about that? I might be mistaken about that. It is a pretty common story, though, so I thought we were all spellcasters, and that's the point. So I'm not gonna say that because I know that's not ridiculous, so I'm not gonna say that. And these men wanted to do what exactly? Take revenge? Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Probably. Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything.
Somehow?
I even made it to Ark all by myself.
6 years old.
Which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless.
Right. These men must have been drunk... So they brought you into the Undercity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still,
is that how
the winters
childhood
down there were
works?
cruel. And if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my second year.
The winters down there were cruel? In a cave? Ma'am, you haven't been in a cave in your entire life, have you? A keeper adopted you.
Yes, otherwise I would not be here.
Well,
yeah.
What?
He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it.
Okay.
Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
Interesting. So he just saw you and decided to adopt you. That sounds too good to be true, to be honest.
It does, yes. But then he had lost both his wife and daughter 5 years before he found me, so maybe I was some kind of substitute. I don't know. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I owe him everything. He was a good man, and that's all that matters. Sure. There's a lot of undertones here that could be interpreted in a lot of ways, and the game could definitely take them in a lot of directions here. I will just bring your attention to the fact that she likes to see the good in people, quite obviously, including in the Lightborn. And also the fact that she is more willing to, well, to justify wrong decisions for the greater good. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't think the game is going to take this anywhere. But why? Also, I don't know where the priest or whatever the guy is now. She said was a good man, so probably is not anymore. Dead or something. Why is the Order so... Okay, I'll do it properly. Why is the Order so preoccupied about Pathless trying to get into their ranks? It's not like we both don't have our reasons. That's right, we do. But we are both still pathless. And that disqualifies us according to the Holy Verses. I guess now you understand why I was never as connected to Malthus's teaching as Dunwar was.
Was he?
To some of the Keepers, I am still an outcast. And no matter what I do, I always will be.
But that's... She makes it sound like being pathless is a matter of lineage. But it's not. It's a matter of being chosen, right? I might need to study the path again. But I thought basically there were 3 paths, and you choose or you are chosen the one you're going to take. And one of those paths are the apothecary, or the spellcasting people anyway. And if you are not, like, if you have magic, you need to go there, otherwise you become a pathless mage. And we saw that happen before, or we had somebody that was that before, I think. Maybe you're wrong about that. But then again, if she was pathless, she was pathless. There's no going about it. It's like, we're all pathless, apparently, and I'm definitely pathless, because I came on a ship from another place. So, yeah. Master Tyrus, that's the guy that I was talking about, granted you the novitiate. No, it wasn't. She was talking about him.
Yes, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
Where is Master Tyrus now?
Gone. He was very old.
Oh yeah, so he was the guy.
There was nothing anyone could do about it.
About being old?
But
yeah.
I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind.
That's... You're definitely not the fisherman's daughter from the village, I'll give you that. What is that supposed to be? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go with it.
No, I guess I'm not.
Okay. I guess we have asserted that she's not the fisherman's daughter. So that means Dunwar believed, because he's dead now, that this story about you being responsible for the destruction of that village is actually true?
He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with.
Oh, okay. So witch is the stand-in for well, it's not a stand-in, it's actually used as a derogatory term. You guys really need to read more Dungeons and Dragons, because witch is a fantastic class. Is it? Wait a minute. Is it Advanced Dungeons and Dragons only? I think it is. I might be wrong about that, actually. I don't know if witch is a class. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Well, you're talented, intelligent, and pretty. So that's all the... No, there's more. There's also strong, agile, rich, charismatic, lucky, tough, I suppose. Endurant. Endurant? What's the adjective that you give to somebody that has a lot of endurance? Enduring, maybe? Many reasons for the other novitiates to envy you, for sure. So your skills, and you're the only one who made it through the trial. The way they treat you probably has more to do with jealousy than anything else. Yeah, let's go with this one. So I guess it's all related anyway.
Yes, maybe. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important. On my goals.
Which, are?
Several. But I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future.
I thought the goals weren't gloomy. Well, there it is. Fantastic. I didn't fail that quest. So, Dunwar was the last of his bloodline. Is that right?
Yes. All of the Dalmordans fell victim to the great flesh maggot plague of 8215.
Yeah.
Actually, it was almost sad to see him running around and boasting about his nobility, though everyone knew that without the help of the Order, he would have probably ended up living in a shack in the Undercity. If you can call that living.
Oh, come on. Well, I guess... I guess she has lived there. Yeah, I suppose she would know. Well, let's talk later. I should go see the Grandmaster now. Certainly not Dunwar, because he's dead.
You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think?
You really didn't care for Dunwar a whole lot, did you? This is not the sort of... Sure, that would be nice.
Good. Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go.
Okay, thank you very much. Is she gonna just stay there? Okay, I'm gonna check on Dunwar over there, because he's sort of...
You should reclaim your gear before we leave.
Reclaim. Yes, I'll see about that. Hey, Dunwar. This guy. You idiot. Doesn't do anything. I don't think he's alive. I mean, he must be, because otherwise I couldn't pickpocket him. He's not moving, though. He's staying still as a stone. Okay, so how do I walk? Oh, Z. Z key. Okay, we're good. We got wine. Oh, it's empty. Who was... Oh. I see. It's a potion. Okay. Well, I'll take my stuff.
You should...
Don't break the game.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Let's go.
Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. It was so sudden. Okay, so... Everything is going to be unfavorited now, so that's going to be lovely. We have Heart of the Well-Traveled One that adds light armor and not bow. Let's go with type first. So we have Necklace of Deceit. Corey, that's a different thing. Sneak is better. That's for health. Brave Hunter, that's the one. And then we have a robe. So we have a robe that's better than ours, but this one is a set item, and it's the only one I have. So that's body. Okay, so then we have a circlet, which is for head, but we are not using a circle, I don't think. So it doesn't really matter. And then we have feet, which is the only thing we have right there. And we have hands. Hands is for this, for extra bow. And this one is for extra the rest of the stuff. That is indeed for head, so that's the one we're using. That it has better prices. I thought I was using something else, though. And then I have the ring. Oh no, these are favorited. Did you see that? Yeah. Somehow. Unfavorite. Don't favorite those. Just a lot of junk in my favorite thing. Bows do damage, and that's the one for lockpicking. Shadow skin. Yeah, I do need that one. And a medium backpack, very important. Then we have all the things. Shadow stitch. I guess I could use that. Oh, no, she's running. I thought we were going to be just like, you know, going around carefully. Would you? Kalia, would you? I'm sorry. Can you? Thank you. Off she goes. Hey, I want to read the books. Man, she's off. She doesn't have no time for books. Okay. Yeah, got all my stuff. Oh. And there it is. Off we go. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. It's been behaving, which is fantastic. I am going to say, although the game is saving right now with autosaves. There it is. We haven't been here before, have we? Or maybe we have. What?
Pathlessness.
All right. This is the sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer.
No, it's
and
not.
Also where we'll be exalted later.
Okay. Off she goes.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Really not silent.
You just don't get any younger.
My glimmer.
Holy crap. The so not silent right now. Hi. Is this our base? It would be cool if it was like a base where we come back to, because you know there's alchemical things over there and stuff. Not really sure what's gonna happen with that in regards to that. Dark-skinned Kyrians live in family commons. So there's non-dark-skinned Kyrians? I suppose. Kyrians or whatever from Kyre or whatever.
Magister
No, not that conversation again. It's the worst. Hi.
What's that?
I don't know, but I think it's about.
It's not what I wanted.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before. We call this part of the temple the Chronicum, and in here is gathered the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments.
Uh-huh.
Plus, all of the experiments and research on artifacts and magic is done here. So it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah,
Oh.
and just below the Chronicum is the temple smithy. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters, where both the keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You'll
Interesting.
find some skilled teachers there.
Skilled teachers.
Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready to take the oath.
Fair enough. What will you do?
prepare myself, probably. Now walk blessed.
Walk, walk.
I will see you soon.
Okay. I'll see you later. I'm not really sure where she was pointing, though, because of the directions and stuff. Also, I don't have... No, that's not what I want. I don't have... So I have that over there, but I need this on number 3. And I need this on number 1. Interesting. There we go. We got a torch now. See, Mr. Guard? I have a torch. Where are we supposed to go? Well, actually... we need to talk to Taylor Aranthial in the Emporium. And that would be... We've been to him. Oh, it's over here. Is he in a different area? Or did I just forget where he was? I think I might have forgotten where he was. I think he's here. I mean, he must be. It's the only quest that we have. Oh. Okay. Ooh. All the treasure. All the potions that I could make. All the books that I could read. That I've read already. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so I'll make some potions in between episodes. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.